Yes, it says that women want to be equal to men, but we also want to be desired. Catherine Deneuve, a woman with golden hair that flows freely and piercing, alluring eyes, has become an iconic figure in French cinema and the model of choice for famous designers like Yves Saint Laurent. She embodies both elegance and the essence of eternal beauty, but behind that flawless exterior lies a rebellious lover who isn't afraid to break every social norm, and a power symbol who took part in. Catherine Deneuve was a famous person who spent her life navigating the bright spotlight and the dark shadows. Many people never knew what made her famous or how she dealt with tragedy and loss to stay strong in the whirlwind of fame. Her 80-year journey is not just the story of a star, but also a reflection of the complexity and strength of the human spirit. Let us enter the mysterious world of Catherine Deneuve, where light and shadow mix, leaving behind tales of deep emotion and an extraordinary life. Catherine Fabienne Dac was born on October 22, 1943, in Paris, France, into a famous artistic family. Her parents, Maurice Dac and Renée Simoneau, were both actors who instilled in her a love for the arts from a young age. Her father worked in radio and movies, and her mother had a successful career in theater and as a voice actress for Hollywood movies. Catherine was the third of 4 sisters. Her older sister, Franciosa Dac, was also an actress with a promising career, and Catherine looked up to 8. Unfortunately, François died in a terrible car accident in 1967, leaving an indelible mark of sorrow on Catherine's heart. Even though she grew up in the spotlight, Catherine once wanted to be an interior designer or an archaeologist, but when she quit her Catholic school at age 12, she started a new path as an actress, and soon after she got her first role in the movie Le Colin 1957, which marked her entry into the world of movies. Catherine was a young girl who was both naive and determined. She later said that her success didn't happen overnight, but was the result of learning and persevering through smaller roles. These early roles helped her realize that cinema was more than just a job. It was a way to tell deeply emotional stories. Growing up in an artistic family gave her a solid foundation, but her success wasn't just due to her heritage. Through her resilience and hard work, she built a career that exceeded all expectations, becoming an iconic figure. French cinema. Catherine Deneuve started acting when she was 13 years old, with a small part in the 1957 movie Le Colin. At the time, she was just a curious young girl looking for chances to learn and explore her potential. Her parents, and especially her sister Françoise Dac, encouraged her to take on more roles in French films. These early roles put her in the spotlight and exposed her to the professional work environment, but her name hadn't become well known yet. In 1964, with her role in Le Parapluie de Cherbourg, which translated to Umbrellas of Cherbourg and was directed by Jacques Demy. It was not only a musical but also a one-of-a-kind movie, where all the dialogue was sung. Catherine initially turned down the part because she thought her singing skills weren't good enough, but Jacques Demy's visionary approach convinced her that the quality of her voice wasn't as important as her ability to show emotions through her performance. In the movie, Catherine played Deneuve et Marie, a young woman torn between love and the touching love story between JVV and the young soldier guy touched people all over the world. The film's vivid colors, which were visible in every frame, were not only beautiful to look at, but also conveyed the character's hope, pain, and resignation. With her refined beauty and expressive eyes, Catherine made JVV an unforgettable character. The huge success of Les Parliers des Bourges spread Catherine's name beyond French borders. The film won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival, the 196th Cannes Film Festival, and, amazingly, got an Oscar nomination just a few weeks after it came out. International filmmakers started praising her as the new face of European cinema. More than just a professional milestone, Le Parapluie des Cherbourg changed Catherine Deneuve's image. She went from being an underrated young actress to a symbol of French beauty and sophistication, a persona of elegance, mystery, and depth. This role not only set the stage for her future iconic roles, but it also cemented her status as a Catherine Deneuve became one of the biggest movie stars in the world after her big break in Le Parapluie des Cherbourg. She quickly solidified her position with a series of iconic roles. Each performance became a piece of the mosaic that made up her amazing career, which lasted over 60 years and included working with legendary directors like Roman Polanski, François Truffaut, and Luis Buñuel. Her behind-the-scenes stories were just as interesting as her character. In 1965, Catherine played a young woman in Roman Polanski's Repulsion. As a character with schizophrenia, she had to show how mentally unstable she was with very little dialogue. She once said that being alone in London while filming helped her connect deeply with the role. With her haunting gaze and nuanced expressions, Catherine turned repulsion into a psychological horror classic, marking a turning point in her acting career. 2 years later, she pushed her limits even more with Belle Dure 1967 by Louis Buñuel, where she played a young housewife living a double life. Catherine played the character's inner conflict with stunning precision. The film caused controversy because of its controversial themes and cemented her as the epitome of enigmatic allure. Interestingly, the costumes Yves Saint Laurent made for her character not only helped show her duality, but also cemented Catherine's status as the designer's ultimate muse. The 1980s were a time of artistic peak for Catherine, with her role as Marion Steiner in Lyra Metro 1980. Catherine as a strong actress who protects her husband and their theater from Nazi control during World War II. The performance showed her deep emotional range and confirmed her status as a cornerstone of French cinema. Another career highlight was Catherine's role as a Frenchwoman navigating the upheavals of colonial Vietnam in Indochina, 1992, which earned her a coveted Academy Award nomination and showed how versatile she was as an actress. Catherine later said that the beautiful scenery in Vietnam inspired her to give the character realness and emotional depth. Catherine also took on risky roles, like the bisexual vampire in The Hunger, 1983, a movie that got a lot of attention from the Gothic community around the world. She continued to work with big directors like Lars von Trier in Dancer in the Dark, 2000, and Emmanuel Berco in Standing Tall, 2015, showing that getting older couldn't make her less of a star. Catherine Deneuve has been in more than. Beyond her immense talent, Catherine is a symbol of elegance and French sophistication. From taking on difficult roles to working with Yves Saint Laurent, Catherine has left an indelible mark on cinema, and also as a link between art and fashion. Catherine Deneuve's story is not only that of an actress, but also of a woman who dared to break stereotypes and face challenges head-on in order to reach the top of her field. She is living proof that talent, courage, and Catherine Deneuve is not only the cold icon of French cinema, but also the subject of many dramatic and controversial personal stories. Her life is like a novel, full of heartbreak and risky decisions that make her a complex but captivating figure. Catherine's first serious relationship was with director Roger Vadim. They met when she was 17 years old, and V, who was almost 20 years her senior, was completely in love with Catherine. Catherine even broke up with V. She was also friendly with actor Gerard Deardo for a long time, even though there were rumors that they were dating. Catherine was also said to have been interested in François Truffaut, Burt Reynolds and Clint Eastwood. Reynolds once called her the most mysterious and sophisticated woman he had ever met, but their relationship ended quickly because of schedule conflicts and cultural differences. There were even rumors that Catherine was dating a young technician in Muse. She wore his designs in classic films like Belle Dure and stayed close friends with him for decades. In 1986, she released her own perfume Deco, which won the Fifi Award. In 1987, she started designing eyewear, shoes, jewelry, and greeting cards, solidifying her reputation as a creative artist who can do many things. As a public figure, Catherine has also had legal problems. In 1995, she sued the San Francisco lesbian magazine Deneuve for trademark infringement, forcing them to change their N. Catherine was replaced by Isabelle Huppert in I Heart Huckabees 2004 without any explanation. These events show how complicated and mysterious her career is. Catherine's mysterious aura and refusal to address rumors directly have added to her appeal. She has always kept just enough distance from the public to keep them interested, without ever telling them everything. Catherine Deneuve's story is not only one of love and tragedy, but also of. Catherine is a woman who isn't afraid to break rules and question conventions to find her own worth. One less well-known part of her life is her health problems caused by her smoking. She started smoking at age 16 and kept up the habit for decades, sometimes smoking 3 packs a day. Catherine once said that cigarettes were an inseparable part of her life, even calling them her companions on set and in real life. In 1985, she tried to quit smoking through hypnosis and was successful, staying smoke-free for over 30 years. 10 years, but by the mid-1990s, stress at work and changes in her mental health caused her to relapse. Catherine admitted that she felt less French without a cigarette in her hand, which was a comment on her public image. In 2019, Catherine had a minor stroke while filming Deneuve Vivant. This made her pause her career and take her health seriously, and her family and doctors encouraged her to quit smoking for good. This was not only a lifestyle change, it saved her life. Catherine Deneuve is not only a symbol of French cinema but also of the cultural and social spirit of France. For many years, from 1985 to 1989, she was chosen as the model for Marianne, the national emblem of France. This was a unique honor that recognized her timeless beauty and her ability to embody the dignity and strength of French women. Her role as Marianne made her image indelible in the public's mind as an everlasting symbol of national culture. She has won a lot of important awards over the course of her career. For her roles in Les Métros in 1980 and ON 1992, she won the César Award twice, which is one of the highest honors in French cinema. ON 1992 not only earned her a César Award but also a nomination for an Academy Award for Best Actress, making her one of the few French actresses to be recognized in Hollywood. In 2012, she received the Chaplin Award from the Lincoln Center, which is an honor given to cinematic legends. She has also been praised at major film festivals. In places like Venice and Berlin, she not only won awards but was also hailed as a living artistic icon. Her role in Belle Dure was ranked 59th on Premiere Magazine's list of the 100 best performances of all time, which shows how talented she was and how emotionally deep her acting was. Catherine is also a fashion and brand icon. As the ambassador for Chanel No. 5 and Louis Vuitton, she not only promoted these brands but also raised their profile. One unforgettable moment of Catherine's life was her appearance in Louis Vuitton's Tambour Horizon campaign, where she embodied the perfect mix of classic beauty and modern style. Catherine also made a name for herself in philanthropy and social activism. As a UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador, she fought for women's rights and the preservation of film heritage. She bravely quit this role in 2003 to protest Angola's nomination of the controversial businessman Pierre Fallon. In recognition of her unwavering dedication to moral standards, she was given a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Palm Springs International Film Festival in 2000, adding to the illustrious nature of her more than 60-year career. With over 100 films to her credit, Catherine has shaped the image of an actress who is not only talented, but also deeply influential in many areas. Catherine Deneuve's legacy goes beyond awards and titles. She is remembered as a symbol of strength in the face of adversity. Not only is Catherine Deneuve a movie star, but she is also a living example of how strong the human spirit is, and how art can inspire people of all ages. Catherine Deneuve now lives a slower, more peaceful life. She spends a lot of time in the French countryside, where she used to own the Primart estate, a hidden architectural gem surrounded by serene natural beauty that she bought when she was only 20 years old. The chateau was not only a retreat but also a storehouse of cherished family memories. In 2014, she sold the estate, shocked everyone by selling the house for $5,400,000 today. Her net worth is estimated to be $30 million, mostly from her successful acting career and business ventures. In recent years, Catherine has spent a lot of time gardening, reading, and enjoying the peaceful beauty of rural France. Her love of films hasn't changed, but she now carefully chooses roles and only accepts projects with deep and meaningful stories. One notable recent role was in The Truth 2019, in which she played a famous actress who had to face her past. The performance was seen by many as a reflection of Catherine herself, strong, mysterious, and not afraid to face life's challenges. Catherine also has a lasting impact on fashion and art. She has been the muse of Yves Saint Laurent for a long time and continues to grace major fashion events, reaffirming her timeless allure and iconic status. Catherine Deneuve is not only a symbol of French cinema, but also a living testament to resilience. By living a simple but deeply meaningful life, she has shown that true wealth is not in material things, but in how one lives and the priceless legacy one leaves behind. Catherine is more than just an icon of French cinema. She is a symbol of strength, resilience, and the spirit of overcoming adversity. From the bright lights of the silver screen to the tragedies in her own life, she has lived a journey that touches on every emotion, from happiness and sorrow to recovery. Her undeniable talent and unwavering passion for the arts, and her fierce independence, have not only helped her survive, but also shine brightly for over 60 years in an industry that is always changing. Catherine Deneuve's life is a story of perseverance and reinvention, where problems have not defeated her, but instead added depth to her legendary portrait. Her legacy goes beyond iconic roles or collaborations with great designers. It stands as a testament to strength and a steadfast dedication to her craft. Looking back on her journey, the question is not just what she has accomplished, but how she has done it. Deneuve doesn't just tell her story. She lets us find parts of ourselves in it, a desire to break down barriers, live fiercely, and embrace passion. What about Catherine Deneuve's extraordinary life stands out to you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and join us as we continue to look into other inspiring stories. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.